Hey, welcome.
My name is Dale Friemoth. I live at 379 East Loveland Avenue, Loveland, Ohio. Obviously a registered voter in the district. Just first to review some items. The combined levy failed 78-22, a historic defeat, one of the most lopsided fails in Ohio levy history, if I've understood it correct. The no pack message of too much, too big, too long resonated with the voters. And through the process, there developed a huge, I repeat, huge level of distrust of the Board of Education and the school administration. Lots of fear tactics to support the levy, like defer spending on important safety and security upgrades. And when asked, there wasn't a list of deferred spending, much less the cost. So if I'm deferring something, typically I know what I'm deferring, and there's nothing. So again, fear tactics. In my view, disingenuous school tours where buckets are everywhere where it rains, teaching in the hallways. You know, the rain was debunked by the Loveland City School District Facilities Manager. Art Jarvis liked the comment of guest column comment on my guest column claiming my numbers were wrong. Numbers I got directly from the Ohio Department of Education. The claim was later repeated by Ned Partoon, okay, who rightly retracted the comment after challenged on the facts. The information was footnoted and referenced, came right from the Ohio Department of Education. There's been a fair amount of discussion for Art Jarvis and the other long-term members of the board to resign. Again, a 78-22 loss is not exactly a ringing endorsement. I on Loveland recommended this very thing the day after the election. Art Jarvis received less than 50% of the vote. So Mr. or Mrs. Blank won more votes than Art Jarvis on the ballot. Catherine Lorenz barely crossed 50%, again, against the blank candidate. 3 board members have been here multiple terms and have taken us to where we are today. Thus, we're there when the decision was made 6 years ago not to invest in long-term maintenance on the buildings or grounds slated for destruction on the vote on the November levy. Catherine Lorenz of November of 1991, Art Jarvis November of 2011, and Ms. Petit November of 2013. But as we see all the board members present, we know they're not going to resign. So barring resignation, the other big discussion was why the big rush to get the levy, operating expense levy on the March ballot, right? As it won't start collection until January of 2021, regardless of whether it's passed in March or passed in November. You don't start collecting funds until January of 2021. So what's the rush? Waiting until November would allow the Board of Education and the school administration to reestablish trust with the community. You have no trust with the community, or little, maybe 22% of the community. Implementing open checkbook with data going back to 2008, 2009, and allowing the community time to explore and digest the information before trying to justify what number you need for an operating expense levy. Keep in mind that your expenses went up 13% from 18 to 19, and with multiple attempts to get the information as far as specifics on what those were spent on. I still don't have that information since I've requested it from October 21st meeting.
20 seconds.
22nd?
Yeah, 20 seconds.
20
Remaining.
seconds. All right. So I met with multiple people, Holly, Krause, yourself, one time, requested the information of over $600,000 of incremental expenses for professional services. Again, detailed information on expenses for 17, 18, 19, and Plan 20, and crickets. Actually, not crickets.
Yeah, could you explain the email that I sent you last evening?
You said you worked on item 3, and you had to get approval from the lawyers. But it still stands. I haven't received the information. I know, and my next statement was, I know that you have a day job, right? And you get inundated with all kinds of requests, including ones from myself as well as others from the yes and the no side of the debate. So you have lots and lots of requests. But my original verbal request was October 21st. I put it in writing October 28th. I met again November 1st. Okay. After the election, I sent a reminder saying it's still an open request. I sent another reminder on November 12th, and nothing, right? So having open checkbook would resolve that, because if we had data, an open checkbook going back to 8-9, we would have it. Okay? Assuming the board will not maintain their push for an operating levy on the ballot, There's a few items you need to support, okay?
Who's the next person?
Janet Lane.
3 things. Officially vote to retract or cancel the purchase of the 110 acres with the Grail on or before December 17th. Vote to get off the checkbook on the November 26th Board of Election, going back to 2008, 2009. And third, work with the voters to lower the required ask as much as possible. Thanks.